Hey everyone, today I've got your Ralph Breaks the Internet movie review. A video game sensation hits the web, literally. But is this sequel better than the first? So as far as the story goes, this is a sequel to Wreck-It Ralph, where this time Ralph helps his friend Vanellope find a missing piece to her video game in the World Wide Web. Now, this is an action-packed adventure that has a lot going for it and a few surprises along the way. I really felt like this movie was so cool. It made me actually want to physically go inside the internet and see all of these different characters and check out all the fun little areas that the internet has to offer that they referenced in this movie. And I really felt like I could connect with the movie's central themes of friendship and having courage to work together against all odds. It had a lot of other elements that made this movie stand out above its predecessor, and I was really shocked because sometimes I'm very on the fence about certain sequels because they don't always do so well, or they're not as good as the first one, and at times you would think it was really gimmicky with some of the things that they were showing, but I still felt like it was handled in a smart way. As far as the casting goes, you've got John C. Reilly, who returns as Ralph, and I really liked his interpretation of this character, and I really felt like, he just brings his A game with his personality and his comedic timing, and I really picture him as this character, as well as Sarah Silverman, who plays Vanellope Von Sweets, and she's this cute little girl with candy in her hair and comes from this candy world. I think I'm really obsessed with her character because she's also, surprisingly funny, and she's got this youthful wit about her that I absolutely love. But also seeing some newcomers to the cast like Gal Gadot, who plays Shank, who is a character in this not so kid-friendly game, but also adds a cool factor a la Giselle from Fast and Furious. You'll know what I'm talking about once you see this movie. It was just really fun to see them all interact with one another. So the things that I liked about this movie was that it really made me smile, laugh, and maybe at times tear up, because it takes you on this emotional roller coaster that Disney is known for creating. And of course, I am a sucker for Disney movies, and I love everything Disney. And speaking of which, I gotta say, one of the highlights of the film had to be when Vanellope visits the Disney Princess room of the internet, and it is the cherry on top of the movie because you get to see all of the Disney princesses in one scene, and it's really cool to see how they handled the 2D animated Disney princesses versus the ones that were made in these modern times. And even though it didn't overshadow the story, it had a really cool scene later on that I didn't see coming, so I thought like that was pretty impressive, and as well as the animation was pretty spectacular as well. But unfortunately, the things that I didn't really like about this movie, there's one gripe that I have about the movie, was that I was confused as to how the characters were able to communicate with the outside world and able to do things that a real person could do, and I was really confused as to how they got certain things done. But there was a point where one thing they did related to what happens in the third act of the film, where it was just this big, massive scene that took place, and I really at first didn't know what to make of it, but I still thought it was pretty interesting how they pulled that off. So overall, I would say that this movie was still a pretty good film. I definitely enjoyed myself watching it, and I really didn't think I would, but I'm glad that I saw it, so I definitely would recommend for everyone to see this movie. Parents, take your kids to see this. It's perfect family film. I would give this 4.5 hearts on the heart rate scale. So let me know in the comments what you guys thought of Ralph Breaks the Internet. And as always, you guys can subscribe to my channel. I've got more movie reviews, movie updates, come back every week for a Trail Thursday video. You guys can also like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter, and I will see you guys later.